Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Falcons of Oakland taking on the Green Bay Packers. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And off we go from Lambeau. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Red, 38.
He'll one to throw from the outset. And his first pass is incomplete. Hey, look at this Packers defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
Drill green. Huge yellow. Black ultra. Ready?
Here's Hill. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now, this defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Ready?
Hill. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's yellow, blue, 52 blue.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Hey, green, blue, 32.
Now Hill. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Falcons first down.
Hey, blue.
On the counter, here's Williams. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Ready.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Ready, set.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Let's go. Black, 95. Blue, go. Set, go.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyron Williams with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Touchdown, Packers! A great play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Ready.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Smith, red.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready, ready. 33, yellow. Black swap. Hey, green. Set.
Up the middle they go. Golden. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This now a 3rd and 4.
Gold pink. Black, 95.
Back to throw. Hill. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Come on, set. Blue, 32. Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. Golden. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Let's go. Red, yellow, 60 red. Ready?
Hill looks to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's your man. That's your man. Ready, ready.
Up the middle they go. Golden. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Williams. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First down at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return, Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The give is to McLaughlin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Down and 4.
Now Cook. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2nd and 7.
Hey, blue. Black, 95. Ready?
Here's Hill. Well, this is caught by Williams. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Yellow, 22.
Out of the pistol. Here's Williams. And he stopped up after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
Now it's Hill. That is caught. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Ready?
First down. A gain of 12. And the Falcons.
They'll try the left side. Golden. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
First down. 2 yards on the play. And an Oakland first down.
Black. 45. White. Cut.
They'll run on first down. Golden. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Ready. Set.
To throw is Hill. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Here we go. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Golden. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup with 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ready.
He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Yellow. Blue. Black. 95.
Hill now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run. It's McLaughlin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
That's good for an Oakland.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Hill. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Play fake. Hill. Now he's going to step up and run. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
To the air again. Hill to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Black, come on, set. Yep, 45. Right. Green Jack. Go red.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
A 29-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. on the ground. Here's McLaughlin. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Carry from McLaughlin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 147 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 41, here's second down and 7.
Here we go. Let's go.
Here's McLaughlin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield. At the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On first down, it's McLaughlin. 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And running with power here. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just saying, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off of play action. Hill. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Red, yellow, red.
From the gun, here's Hill. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Hill throwing once more. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Play action. It's Hill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They snap it on 4th to Hill. He's converged on quickly, and I don't think he got the first down. He did not. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's McLaughlin. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line, but not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Down. Ready?
They begin on the ground with Guerrero. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Hill. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Blue, 32, green, jack. Smash, red. Check, huh?
From the gun on 3rd, Hill. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Set.
Hill. Throw left side complete. That's Yates. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Trying to find Jamison Williams. And now it's 2nd down.
Ready, break. Set. Hut, hut.
A shotgun snap for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jamison Williams. Career touchdown number 136. Tying it with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Falcons have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing, Cook. A short throw to Musgrave. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Going absolutely nowhere. They'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Ready, ready.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Hill. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
32. Ready.
Hill looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Ready.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Black, steel, chest, steel. Fury, yellow. Hut, hut.
Now Hill. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Hut.
Here's Hill. And he checks this one down to Williams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
It looks like they'll move things around here. Williams is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Cook. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. 18 card. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his receiver, Watson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll look to throw again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting it.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Some strong running at the 20. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 4.
Ready.
Now it's Hill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Yellow, 22.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Black shot, down. Steal, black. Ready?
Hill now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow, go. Yellow, zoom. Set.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On the tackle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd down and 6 now.
Hey, green. Red, 38. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hey, red. 50, green.
Now it's Hill. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This is 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight, go.
Off play action. Cook. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Here comes 2nd down.
22-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Cook. And his throw is incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Cook from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
52 blue.
Hill now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Set, hut. Ready.
Now Hill. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Hill. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Blue striker. Black ultimate.
To throw is Hill. Over the middle, complete. That's McBride. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Bravo 80. Mustang 19. 60 backward. 60 backward.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Falcons, they finish above 500 for the year. The final tally 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they finish up the regular season with a mark of 12-5. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.